Hi, welcome back to the Bull Sessions. This week I thought we'd take the room sound subject a bit further. Maybe you have an even smaller live room than I do, or you don't have any space outside that room to place microphones. Or maybe you don't have preamps and mics enough to record the room while doing the takes. The second best alternative in that situation, in my opinion, is convolution reverb, where you have a snapshot of an actual room. You can easily make your own convolution impulses for free. I'm gonna be honest right away and tell you that there are much more accurate and correct ways to do this than the way I'm going to show you. But this is a really easy and convenient way to do it, and it's almost free and takes very little time to set up. What you need is some basic recording gear, which I assume you have, and 1 or 2 microphones, depending on if you want to have this in stereo or mono. Last but not least, you also need a balloon. What we're going to do is just to record the balloon being popped in a big sounding room and then load that sound file into a convolution plugin. In this example, I will use a convolution plugin provided in Cubase called Reverence, I think. I think all DAWs have something similar, otherwise there's a couple of free alternatives out there, for example SIR1 and Hybrid Reverb, so I will place a couple of links in the description. In the facility where I have my studio, there are some pretty big sounding hallways. So I set up a stereo pair of microphones, and this time I used a pair of Line Audio CM2s, which are small condenser cardioids. I popped balloons at a couple of different distances so I can try out which one I like the most later on. When I'm done with that, I'll trim down the audio files and make some minor fade-ins and fade-outs to avoid any noises or defects in the impulses. Another thing to get done to come as close to the real room as possible is to address the issue that a balloon has a bunch of peaks in the frequency spectrum, depending on size, inflation, and so on. I'm not really sure how to find this exactly because the room is also making its parts. So you can do what I did and record some reference material in both the reverb room and in a more dead room. Load the raw balloon pop in the convolution plugin that you put on the dead recording, and then you try to EQ match that to the reference where I played the guitar in the reverb room. Put that same EQ curve on the track with the balloon pop and export it again with the EQ on it. Now we can load the processed balloon file into our convolution plugin. I'll put it on the dry recorded guitar again so we can compare with the reference recording from the reverb room. It's not exact, but it captures the feel of the room in a pretty good way. And we also have to remember that it makes a difference to the basic guitar sound that the dry recording is played in another room, going through another microphone and preamps and then through the impulse. Another thing you can also do if you happen to find yourself in a space with awesome ambience acoustics is just use your smartphone, and if you have one, and record some hand claps. If you want to play around with the impulses I made, you can download them from my website, HoboRec.com. Just join my mailing list and you'll get a confirmation email with the download link. Except for the reverb room here, I also made an impulse of the drum room sound I showed you last week, so you can get the same drum room sound I have. Plus, I have an extra treat for you that you also will get in the reverb package. So I'm out here in the forest now to give you guys some real true Scandinavian evil black metal forest reverbs. Yeah, that's right. there you go. That's all I got this week. So thanks so much for watching. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. There will be more next week. And please leave comments or questions. Cheers. Bye bye.